Hello, everyone. How are we? Hopefully, all of you are having a good Sunday wherever we are around the world. And why wouldn't you be? The Reds have beaten Arsenal by 1-0. And look, it did come from a very, very good goal, didn't it, from Dominik Szoboszlai? Of course, a fantastic free kick that I think at the end of the game, I think Liverpool did deserve, of course, but there are still question marks around the game itself. Of course, the first half in particular, I thought, in fairness, I thought Arsenal were very, very good. But still, Liverpool have got 3 points. Of course, that whole myth now that Mikel Arteta doesn't lose against the Big Six is now eventually gone, thanks to Liverpool, which again is great news. And yeah, it's fantastic news that Liverpool now have 3 games, 3 wins, of course. And I think, when we talk about the title, when we talk about Liverpool retaining the Premier League trophy, this is a huge statement. Again, we've now beaten Bournemouth, a very difficult team, Newcastle away last week, and then this week we've ended up beating probably going to be our closest rivals in Arsenal, where I think over the last couple of years we haven't done that necessarily. And again, that's something that we needed to do and improve. But again, we managed to do that. We managed to dig in deep today and managed to get all 3 points, of course. But let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section down below. Let me know your man of the matches, even though I do probably think what you guys are also thinking and who was man of the match. For me, it was Dominik Szoboszlai, hands down. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Why on my camera do I look really blue for some reason? It looked very weird then. But big up Cal as well, saying big 3 points and a finger on the title. Not yet. It's a good step in the right direction for the league title. Of course, it's still it's still early days, but it does put a statement of intent on the fact that we've beaten Arsenal, we've managed to take 3 points away from them, and it is huge. It's a huge 3 points for Liverpool. And I think looking at an overall perspective, I think looking over the last couple of years where Liverpool didn't get 3 points at home against Arsenal, and I think that is something that needed to change really. But yeah, I think we did excellent today. I think defensively Liverpool looked the best that we have done throughout the season, and I think the overall game plan, obviously we changed it up a bit in the second half, I thought was excellent, and I do think we were much the better team, and the longer the game went on, I thought Liverpool grew in confidence. And I think, look, on another day, Arsenal might have beat us, but I think towards the end, Liverpool did deserve to win, at least in my opinion, anyway. But Taff says in saying Arsenal fans with chess say they are going to win the game before a ball is kicked, and once the game starts, reality kicks in. Yeah, exactly. It's nice, isn't it? It's nice the fact that Arsenal are the same old Arsenal. Mikel Arteta is the same Mikel Arteta from last season, and I think Victor Gyökeres as well. Where was he today? Didn't notice him once in that game. He was in Virgil van Dijk's back pocket. But Cal's gone my man of the match is the back line. Tafsa says, Sobo haters, where are you today? You guys not watch that game today. He was fantastic today, wasn't he? He was absolutely brilliant. Shadow of a doubt, man of the match for me. I thought he was excellent. Probably 2 games in a row now where at right back, he has been phenomenal for Liverpool. He's been probably Liverpool's best player. So, there's question marks. Is he Liverpool's new right back, in a permanent aspect? No, I don't think so. Look, I think when Conor Bradley's back to full fitness and Jeremy Frimpong's also back, I think Dom will be back in midfield. But again, having that midfield 3 of McAllister, Gravenberch, Florian Wirtz, and then having Dom at right back, I'm not against it. I'm really not. I think it really suits Dom the way he plays. I think, again, his passing range as well, I think, is very much underrated of how good it is. We've seen a few times today, didn't we, how Trent-esque it was at certain times. So I think, in an overall perspective, Dom Szoboszlai can pretty much play everywhere for Liverpool, where Liverpool need him to play as well. But big up Nige as well, hope he's doing well, saying improved second half from Liverpool, same old from Tony Pulis at Wimbledon, i.e. Arsenal as well. Yeah, but look, it was the same tactic, wasn't it? And I know Arsenal fans have already debated about, did Arteta try to get a draw away at Anfield again? in my honest opinion, I think Arsenal, they did start the game well, and I'm not going to sit here and go, oh no, Arsenal will, were terrible throughout the 90 minutes. There wasn't. I think Arsenal first half in particular, I thought were probably better than Liverpool. I thought they were, again, going forward, at least the better team. I thought Liverpool didn't really compete as good, or at least didn't counter as good as what Arsenal were doing. And they did have a grip hold of the game. But second half completely changed. Again, Arsenal, I think after the 50th minute, 5th minute, just sat back and kind of accepted it. They didn't really take any gambles. I felt like the longer the game went on, Liverpool were the more likely team to score and win. And look, obviously, when you talk about Mikel Arteta and you talk about how over the last couple of years, I said it before this game that, in my honest opinion, Liverpool over the years have to go on and win a league title. You have to go and beat your top rivals away from home. You have to. And Arsenal have never done that. Mikel Arteta has never won as a manager at Anfield. He's never done it at the Etihad neither. So, with that being said, again, it's same old Mikel Arteta, where again he brought on Eze, he brought on Odegaard. I just feel like, again, these are the type of players, especially Eze, that should have started the game. I felt if Eze probably started, maybe the result might have been a bit different for Liverpool. But still, I think it's the same old Mikel Arteta, and Liverpool played to that, and of course ended up getting better throughout the game and winning the game as well. But Carl says, how does Frimpong or Bradley get it right back now? Well, that's a good question. Big up Ollie as well, saying, evening con, Tom Szoboszlai. Yeah, he was boss tonight, wasn't he? Carl says, Arsenal were trying for a 1-0 themselves, but this is Anfield. You can't do that here anymore. I haven't been able to do that since Klopp turned into a fortress. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Let's big up to Ollie as well. But yeah, no, I thought Dom was amazing. Obviously, big up Ollie for that comment as well. Yeah, Kirke is coming on well. Had Madueke on his back pocket. Yeah, no, he did. I thought, him. Personally, I thought it was him, Dom. I thought them two in particular had a very good game. I think Florian Wirtz second half as well did a lot better than what he did first half. Again, no goals, no assists, but I think certainly in the pressing area, where I think in particular he excelled, I think, a bit better, and closing down and so on as well. Though Cody Gakpo had a good game. Again, Virgil van Dijk being Virgil van Dijk. Alisson as well. Like, look, don't get me wrong. We talk about, and I've already seen people that, during predictions and so far for this season say, oh, well, Virgil van Dijk's going to have a year where he's going to fall off. There's no indication of that. Yet again, Virgil van Dijk leading by example. Victor Gyökeres was in his pocket from minute one, wasn't he? And I think it's the same throughout. You look at Dom, on the left. Martinelli had no real chances, and every time he did try and create a chance, Dom very much closed him down. And I think, again, like we mentioned, that Dom's position now is probably up for question mark, because, again, he's had two really solid games at right back for Liverpool in two very different games, really. And yeah, I think people, you're lot asking in the comments about, where does Dom, does Dom now play right back? At the minute, you change it. I don't think you do. Really, I really don't think you do either. But good to see Ibu back on his game as well. Yeah, I would agree with that. In some elements, there was if anybody was it it was the second half where Virgil just screamed at Konate, because he did exactly the same like he did against Newcastle, where the ball come over the top and he didn't deal with it. And then after that, Konate was good again. So yeah, a little bit 1 or 2 mistakes from Ibu, but again, solid performance from him. But yeah, like you say, Oli, VVD, outstanding again. He was unbelievable. Absolutely top quality throughout the 90 as well. Anyway, but we will dive in then to, of course, the stats for the game, as you guys can see on screen right now. Again, obviously, Dominik Szoboszlai, free kick stunner. As you guys can also see, Palace are currently 1-0 up as well. But yeah, you look at the tail of the game. Like we said, the first half in particular, Arsenal having a big period of the game, where, look, don't get me wrong, that they had a a very decent spell towards the end of halftime. But again, even though they do have one or two very top attacking moments, again, Liverpool throughout that second half were on top. And look, even the goal, Liverpool were all over Arsenal at some point as well. Of course, on an Arsenal side of things, obviously they did have William Saliba go off injured, which, by the way, if the rumours are true that he was injured in the warm-up and Mikel Arteta still kept him in, I think that's poor man management from Mikel Arteta, in my honest opinion. But look, that's just me. Anyway, but if we quickly go through on the stats for the game, if I quickly scroll up and you guys can see the stats while it loads. Yeah, as you guys can see, but they Liverpool 53% possession of the ball compared to Arsenal's 47. Arsenal actually having more XG than Liverpool, but again, shots on target, they only had 1 throughout the 90 compared to Liverpool's 3. Again, a very stalemate game to describe it at best, but still, even if you show the comparisons to the first half to the second half, yeah, again, Liverpool only having 2 shots in the second half, and the first half, sorry, compared to the second half where Liverpool had 7 shots, 3 on target. So literally, Liverpool's all of Liverpool's attacking momentum come within the second half as well. Even still, again, as you guys can see, but their expected goals, Liverpool were better. XG open goal as well was also better, and again, the Tom Szoboszlai goal, a 0.03% of XG as well. Unbelievable free kick. It's probably got to be down as one of the Premier League greats in terms of free kicks. I think it is anyway. I think 100% it's one of the best ever. But yeah, it's unbelievable. I think when you watch it from the ref cam as well, it's dead center. And I know people have criticized David Raya as well. There is no goalkeeper in world football that saves that. I don't think Alisson would save that, in my honest opinion. Again, it is the perfect free kick from Dom as well. So I think at the moment, to keep Dominik Szoboszlai on free kicks, because unbelievable finish from Dom as well, which long may that continue as well. If we take a quick look then at the league table as well, what does that mean for Liverpool? As you guys can see, but Liverpool currently top of the Premier League with 3 wins. Of course, Chelsea's unbeaten as well, but they did draw to Crystal Palace, didn't they? But if you look at the fixtures as well, if you guys can see that? Or am I in the way? No, you can see that. So the next fixtures for Liverpool: Burnley, Everton, Crystal Palace away, Chelsea away, and then Manchester United. Very, very difficult games coming up for Liverpool for sure. So, hopefully, we can continue the winning form. But yeah, certainly, Burnley away, it'll be a tough game. Everton at home should be easy, all jokes aside. But in between there, we've got Champions League and League Cup as well. So again, tough couple of weeks for the Reds as well. But if we quickly go down the league table as well, look at that. Manchester City 13th in the league, and they currently have Manchester United that are above them by 1 point as well. But that's mental, the fact that City are 2 wins on the bounce, 2 defeats now, sorry, on the bounce as well anyway. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Nigel says, Dom man of the match, but Kirkes, Ibu, Curtis, when he came on, and VVD, Chiesa did well. A second half was far better. Just look at Flo's input, tells you all you need to know. We changed the system. Yeah, absolutely. Big up Gary as well, saying Talia Albin, the only thing Arteta will win is free Sungaria. Yeah, probably. It's Gary anyway. But look, in my opinion, he won't win the Premier League title. That's just my opinion anyway. He won't win the Premier League won't win the Premier League title. again, if you can't beat Liverpool, City away. That's my honest opinion. Like, again, people will criticize it, but still, in my honest opinion, you have to beat your rivals. And this is the same even for Liverpool. Now we've beaten Arsenal, but Liverpool have to go away to City as well and also win. Because look, I think the games at Anfield, look, Liverpool can win, and today was a proof of that. Like I said, the longer the game went on, I believe Liverpool would get the 3 points, but it's all about when we go to the Emirates. If we can get, a point or even 3 points, that is what's going to, win us the league title again, is going away from home and clinching all 3 points again as well. But what else do we have? City looked open as they. I didn't see the City game, but I did see a few people saying that City are very vulnerable. So, yeah, well, Pep Linders-esque, isn't it? But PS, James Milner as well. Yeah, great for James Milner to score a goal as well. Obviously, nowhere in the number 20. Obviously, in respect to Diogo Jota as well. So, yeah, fantastic. And I think James Milner also spoke in length, didn't he, about the goal on Sky as well, which was very emotional, to be fair as well. But I think we do City in both fixtures again. I hope so, Cal. I really do. I hope so that we can obviously, get the win against them. But, as long as we don't lose away from home, that's the main positive. But I think if you want to, like, we've seen it throughout the years, haven't we, when we've gone like 97, 96, 93, 92 points with City. Like, if we had beat them at the Etihad, we would have won the league. And that's the kind of thing that I look at and go, that's the bare minimum you need to win a league title. You have to go and beat Arsenal. You have to go and beat City, Chelsea as well, also in that conversation, because these teams now, you look at, like I said, in a couple of weeks' time, Liverpool play Chelsea. Again, Burnley away, you expect Liverpool to win. Everton at home, you expect to win that. Palace away is no easy game. Again, Palace away is very difficult, but then Chelsea away, and then you've got Manchester United at home. Again, two very tough games back to back. But again, Chelsea away will be a very tough game for Liverpool. But again, you want to extend your gap as quickly as possible for the league title anyway. But speaking about this game, like I said before, I do shoot off because it won't be a late one. Again, if we do hear anything later on, of course, because again, it's transfer deadline day tomorrow, we will be again back, of course. But quickly before I do shoot off for this one anyway, of course, like I said, man of the match in my opinion, Dominik Szoboszlai. Thought he was amazing. Of course, got the goal, outstanding. I think in an overall perspective as well, again, there is question marks there. Does he stay at right back for Liverpool? It'd be very interesting to see what Liverpool do, see what Arne Slot does. And I think in time, look, Dom can play everywhere, can't he? He can play in the 10, can play as an 8, can play as right back. But I think the most important thing is that he is creating chances for Liverpool and having his name consistently in the team, and there probably is that talking point of, you look at Real Madrid over the last couple of years where they've had Modric, they've had Cruz, they've had Tchouaméni, and they've had that midfield three. And then you go, oh, well, hang on a minute, we still have Valverde in the team. Of course, they put Valverde at right back plenty of times. I feel like that is now currently Dom Szoboszlai, where Dom now is so good, but you've also got that midfield of Wirtz, Maka, and Grav, where you look at it and go, well, how do you fit him in? And to have somebody that can overlap, can underlap as well, is very good on the ball, very good off the ball as well. I think Dom Szoboszlai is perfect at right back. I think he really, really is at the minute in this system and how we work as well. But again, that will be a decision for Arne Slot to decide, of course. But to answer your question, Ollie, no, I don't think Mo Salah gets dropped whatsoever. Like, Mo had a quiet game, it happens, but like, he'll be back for Burnley. I have no doubt about that. Depending if they still have Gay, if they don't want, depending if they still have Gahey, if they don't, we beat them. Hopefully, Cal. That's the hope and dream, isn't it, right now? Anyway, but like, of course, Mark Gahey is currently playing for Palace, so we will just have to wait and see what happens, at least anyway. But look, if there is any news tonight regarding Alexander Isak, regarding Mark Gahey. I don't expect there will be news tonight now. I think there will be probably news in the morning, because again, Arne Slot's already said in the post-match interviews that he expects to know tonight what's going to happen tomorrow. So again, we will know maybe tonight what's going to happen, or if not, first thing in the morning, what's going to happen with Alexander Isak and Mark Gahey anyway. But look, let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments on the win as well against Arsenal. I think it's a huge 3 points. And yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good Sunday as well, like I think every Red is at the minute. But until next time, guys, that's going to be it from me. Like I said, we'll be back a bit later on if there is any news on transfers. But yeah, until next time, that's going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the Cock Council. We'll see you guys a bit later on. Ta-ra.